If you're seeing this message, you are going through a major transformation in your life regarding how you express yourself outwardly to the world. So I've pulled 3 cards here from my astrology oracle deck, and we have House 1, which I really want to read House 1 from the book, so I'm going to leave that and we'll read from the book in a second. But we also have Cardinal and Scorpio. So House 1 is ruled by the sun, it's fire energy. And then we have Cardinal, which is also fire energy. And on this card, it says instigation, bravery, and a pioneering spirit, okay? I'm feeling very much that this is the energy of a collective that is really starting to branch out and do things the way that they want to do things. This is for a collective of people that have, I mean, literally read it. Pioneering spirit. Like, I'm also hearing ingenuity in the sense of I don't even know what that word means. It just came out of my mouth. Okay. Ingenuity. I feel like I know what it means, but I can't bring the words to light right now. And we also have Scorpio. Scorpio is a major rebirth energy. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. And so I really want to read these from the book because this is a really great oracle deck. Okay. And I always feel like with oracle decks, I always feel like the person who wrote it can always explain it better than I can. So, your self-image shapes how you see the path ahead, and magically what the path provides. The unfolding of your life is a collaboration between you and the divine. The healthier your self-image, the more authentic your expression, and the more magnetic you become. Do you see yourself as the perfectly imperfect miracle that you are? Or are there parts of yourself that you can't accept, shameful corners which cause you to retreat? If you're physically out in the world but energetically shut down, your magnetism will be dulled. But similarly, if you're a natural homebody who nurtures a healthy sense of self, life will find you. Practice seeing yourself with gentle, compassionate, loving eyes. Feel pride in who you are, and practice stepping into a more authentic version of self. As you align with this higher vibration, you'll discover the beauty and abundance that the divine has been waiting to bring you. Then we have Cardinal. It's time to... Also, Cardinal, as in like the little red birds, might be a sign for some of you. It's time to forge a new path. Be bold and step outside of your comfort zone. Call on bravery to blossom. You're held by the unconditional love of your angels. This is relevant to any area, large or small, where you feel blocked or in need of a push. The change you seek begins with you, and even one small shift creates an echo. I'm hearing not to read Scorpio from the book, so I'm going to leave that at that. And I'm just going to interpret it myself. On the cards, like on this card, we have a snake. Snakes shedding of skin. Snakes are constantly shedding their skin. I'm pretty sure. I've never owned a snake, but they are constantly growing and shedding old skin. We also have a butterfly, major symbol of transformation, and a skull to represent metaphorical death. Okay, you guys might be somebody who's very comfortable with change and rebirth, and I feel like you guys might even be attracted to that. You might prefer readings that are not afraid of shying away from the darker aspects, like people telling you things are going to change, people telling you that you're going to go through a transformation, because you know that change and transformation brings positivity at the end. You know that you have to go through the dark to get to the light, right? And I want to say, with that said, I don't think this is inherently what this reading is saying, because we do have 2 fire energy cards here that are really kind of overpowering this watery rebirth energy of Scorpio, right? We've got House 1 and Cardinal, which are both fiery energies, right? And so I really think you're actually stepping more into a phase of your life where you're releasing the watery energy. I think you might have been in a really deep healing phase for a very long time. I'm getting an image of a person that's kind of in a sensory deprivation tank. It's not really a tank, it's kind of like a cocoon. They're wrapped in silk. So a very spiritual, restful, but not in the way of how your future is going to be, if that makes sense. When I say rest, it feels like the kind of energy of when you have a really good cry and then you sleep really well after. I feel like every day might have been like that for you. Not literally crying, maybe some days, but I feel like you were really going through this experience every day where you're I am going through this pain so that I may come out on the other side healed and transformed. Healing sleep, transformative sleep, I'm hearing is really relevant to this collective. Things might come to you in dreams a lot. You might process things in your dreams a lot, having really heavy dreams, crying in your sleep, night terrors. Those are all very relevant to this collective. And if they haven't been in your life oh, this is very important. Very, very important that you pay attention to your dreams in the next coming years. And if you already do heavy dream work naturally, like you already process things in your dreams a lot, work on that skill, build on that. If you don't have a dream journal, start a dream journal. Remember, a dream journal doesn't have to be an actual book. It can just be in the notes app on your phone. It doesn't really matter, but that is important, Spirit is saying, to this next phase of your life, okay? You're going to be doing a lot of intense work, not in the way that you used to be doing it though. Okay, this is very specific. This is for a collective of people that have very specifically done very intense emotional work. I'm talking trauma healing. I'm talking, some of you guys might have collective trauma in the sense that you might be a part of a collective that is traumatized, minorities, any type of minority. And so this might be like, you might be doing heavy work with unlearning those internalized things, like internalized misogyny, internalized like homophobia, like stuff like that. There's like this heavy energy, but it's not heavy in a bad way. It's not heavy in a bad way. It's heavy in like a cycle breaking way. Like, this could also be generational trauma. It's going to be different for everybody, obviously, but those are just kind of examples of like the energy that I'm picking up on. Heavy energy, but this collective is not afraid of it. This collective has never been afraid of it. You also might have done spiritual work very early on in your life. And this doesn't have to be intentional. Like, you don't have to have intentionally done spiritual work early on in life, but it might have been accidental. But it could also be intentional. I know I was working very intentionally as a child, very spiritual as a child, very intentionally spiritual as a child. But it might have been accidental dream work, accidental workings with the moon. I mean, the moon is literally right there. Like, you might have talked to the moon a lot as a kid. This is very heavy Scorpio energy. If you have Scorpio anywhere in your big three, also big six, I think, Mars, big five maybe, I don't know. Girl, I don't know, okay? I'm very forgetful with my astrology learnings all the time. I'm always confusing them. Anyways, Scorpio somewhere in your main planets, rising, sun, moon, Mars, Mercury, Venus, anywhere in those. As well as Taurus. I'm hearing Taurus and Leo as well. Very like intense energy. Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo are always very intense energies in different ways. Like, Taurus is very grounded. Leo is very, I think people like often like to call Leos like extroverted, but that's not the energy that I'm getting here. It's just a heavy rooted energy, an energy heavily rooted in the self, right? Okay. I don't mean like narcissism. I just mean in like the way that you experience life is very heavily rooted in this physical body. And I don't mean like you struggle spiritually. But like, you move through life focused on your vessel and focused on healing your vessel so that you may extend that work outwards to the people in your community and the people in your home and in your personal relationships. Okay, that's what I'm feeling called to share. And this last phase of your life, I'm hearing the last 8 years, is specific for somebody. You don't have to resonate with that, but that is a specific message for somebody. You've been going through a very deep, I'm being told to say awakening. I hesitated to say that though a little bit, because it's not an awakening in the sense that other people usually think of an awakening. You've already been awakened, probably since you were a kid. This is more just like I think an opening up to how deep it really could get. And this kind of turned into a channel. I was reading cards, now I'm not anymore. And now this next phase of your life that's coming forth is one of action taking and building, constructing a life for yourself. And I'm being told to leave it at that. This is something you have to carve for yourself. And I'm not allowed to influence you in any way or shape or form in that. So you know what the path is. And I can't give you any advice right now, because you're being told to tap in spiritually yourself. Okay? That's the message. Okay. Whenever I channel, it comes forth as like feelings and like also like I hear things. Not like I don't like hear things, but like it's kind of like like a thought pops into my head. And sometimes when I channel though, I could get like a very like urgent energy, like somebody rushing me out of the room. And it's so funny when that happens. It's like literally me being told like, get out of here. That's enough. Stop tapping in. I'm like, okay. I literally just reached for this deck. No conscious thought about that. So let's see what it has to say. Oh, okay. I knew that card was gonna come out. Okay, so a leg up came out. This is a card about helping. You can see, I don't know if you can see, there's a bit of a glare, but there's a little baby polar bear climbing up on a big polar bear for assistance. So Spirit, and I was like, okay, because Spirit just brought through a message of like learning to trust yourself and working with yourself. So I was like a little bit confused. I was like, okay, now we're asking for help. Co-create came out, and I thought either this card or higher power was going to come out. So Spirit is asking you that when you need help to go to Spirit directly, okay? Don't go through like, I'm hearing like if you're considering like paying somebody for like a personal read, if you're considering paying and this is coming from a tarot reader, okay? So you know it's a little bit difficult for me to say this, but I am truly feeling this, that if you're considering going for a personal read, if you're considering going to somebody for any spiritual healing, you're being called to really work on that yourself. Pick up a tarot deck. Like, honestly, don't be afraid. It's really not that hard. It's really not that hard. It's a skill. It's a skill that you tap into and that you learn, right? And you'll doubt yourself. You'll doubt yourself along the way, but I'm hearing that's very important for this collective. And again, this isn't saying that you can't watch videos like this, that you can't like go for personal readings, but right now Spirit is really calling you that if you feel called to go buy a reading, if you feel called to go to like a spiritual kind of like I'm also hearing like Reiki healing as well, really think about how can I help myself first? What can I do for myself first? Okay, leaving that at that. The co-create card here as well, ask Spirit for help. Spirit will always help you. This is something that a lot of people actually don't realize, is that Spirit will help you with literally anything. I need a drink. I've done this so many times in my life, and once you realize you can do it, it's so easy. Well, actually, it is just easy, but like once you start to actually consciously remember that you can do that, life becomes so easy. Literally, anytime you have a problem, just say, I ask like whatever you believe in, God. If you work with specific gods, goddesses, but like call upon your spirit team, call upon your god or your goddess and say, I would like help with this specific thing. I want, like, it's literally so simple. You can ask for help with literally anything. I'm planting plants, I'm growing plants, and I've literally been asking like, can you please help my plants grow big and strong and healthy? And it happens. Literally, I remember the day I was waiting for them to like sprout out of the soil, and I was like, I'm like, can we please speed this along? And the next day I woke up, they had sprouted, right? So I'm just hearing again for this collective, whenever you feel called to really like look to somebody else for guidance, look to yourself first. It's not that you can't look to somebody else for guidance, but Spirit wants you to learn to lean on yourself, not in a negative way, not in a sense that you need to be overly independent or anything. It's just saying that you have skills. We are all born with the skill to communicate with Spirit. That's inside of all of us. And oh, this is also as well, I'm hearing that if you're looking to expand your spiritual practice, starting your own business, starting like anything related spiritually, business-wise, this is a positive sign. Okay, I'm hearing leave it at that. That was like very, very loud. Again, that like ushering out of the room energy. Okay. That is the reading. If you enjoyed and you feel that you resonate as being a part of my collective, don't forget to subscribe so you can get more messages from me. And if you like the video, don't forget to actually go and like the video, as it really helps me out. I'll see you guys in the next message, and goodbye for now.